News 1. Calpurnia Adams, a trailblazer in transgender advocacy and the arts. Early life and military service. Calpurnia Sarah Adams was born on February 20, 1971, in Nashville, Tennessee. Raised in a devout Southern Baptist family, she began performing at a young age, playing fiddle in her family's bluegrass gospel band. Her early exposure to music and performance laid the foundation for her future artistic endeavors. At 18, seeking independence and a sense of purpose, Adams enlisted in the U.S. Navy. She served as a hospital corpsman, a combat medic, during the Gulf War. Stationed in Al Jubail, Saudi Arabia, she was part of the elite Devil Docs unit, providing medical care under challenging conditions. Her military service earned her several commendations, including the Navy Unit Commendation and the Southwest Asia Service Medal. During her final year in the military, Adams came to terms with her transgender identity. Her decision to transition was a pivotal moment, marking the beginning of her journey toward self-acceptance and advocacy. Transition and artistic pursuits. After her discharge from the Navy, Adams moved to Hollywood to pursue a career in entertainment. She chose the name Calpurnia after Calpurnia, the wife of Julius Caesar in Shakespeare's play, and Adams from the film The Addams Family, reflecting her affinity for classic literature and Gothic aesthetics. In Los Angeles, she became a prominent figure in the transgender community, performing in various venues and gaining recognition for her talent and advocacy. Her performances often combined elements of classic Hollywood glamour with contemporary themes, resonating with diverse audiences. Deep Stealth Productions and Advocacy. In 2002, Adams co-founded Deep Stealth Productions with fellow activist Andrea James. The company aimed to create educational and entertainment content that accurately portrayed transgender experiences. One of their notable projects was coaching actress Felicity Huffman for her Academy Award-nominated role in Transamerica, ensuring an authentic representation of a transgender woman. Beyond film, Adams and James produced an all-transgender cast of The Vagina Monologues, a production mentored by playwright Eve Ensler and actress Jane Fonda. The performance, which aimed to raise awareness about violence against women, was featured in the documentary Beautiful Daughters. Adams's advocacy extended to various platforms, including speaking engagements at universities and organizations. She served on the board of directors of the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force and received their 2003 Leadership Award. Her efforts contributed to broader discussions on transgender rights and visibility. Soldier's Girl and public recognition. Adams's personal story gained national attention through the film Soldier's Girl, which depicted her relationship with Army PFC Barry Winchell. Their relationship faced severe challenges, culminating in Winchell's tragic murder by fellow soldiers. The incident highlighted the dangers of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy and prompted a re-evaluation of its implications. The film, which aired on Showtime in 2003, was lauded for its sensitive portrayal of transgender issues and garnered several accolades, including a Peabody Award. Adams's portrayal by Lee Pace brought further attention to her story and the broader struggles faced by transgender individuals in the military. Music and performance. In addition to her work in film and advocacy, Adams pursued a career in music. She is a multi-instrumentalist and songwriter, known for her acoustic performances that blend pop, jazz, and standards. Her cabaret show, Calpurnia Presents Goddess, has been a staple in Los Angeles, offering a unique fusion of classic and contemporary music. Adams's musical talents have also led to collaborations with artists such as Willem Belly. Her music was featured in Facebook's first national television commercial, where she also made an appearance, further expanding her reach and influence. Continued advocacy and legacy. Throughout her career, Adams has remained a steadfast advocate for transgender rights. She has spoken at major universities, including Oxford University, and participated in various Pride events as a Grand Marshal. Her involvement in campaigns like Pia Flag's "This Is Our Love Story" has helped humanize transgender experiences and promote acceptance. Her contributions have been recognized with numerous awards, including a GLAAD Media Award, a Peabody Award, and the Service Members Legal Defense Network's Randy Schiltz Visibility Award. These accolades reflect her impact in both the entertainment industry and the advocacy community. Personal reflections. In interviews, Adams has often spoken about the importance of authenticity and resilience. She views her journey as one of continuous growth, emphasizing the need for self-acceptance and the courage to live one's truth. Her experiences, both challenging and triumphant, serve as an inspiration to many in the transgender community and beyond. News 2. Gia Karangi, the tragic tale of a supermodel icon. Early life and background. Gia Marie Karangi was born on January 29, 1960, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to Joseph Karangi, a restaurant owner of Italian descent, and Kathleen Adams, a homemaker of Irish and Welsh ancestry. She was the youngest of 3 children and grew up in a turbulent household marked by her parents' volatile relationship. At the age of 11, her mother left the family, leaving Gia to navigate her formative years with a sense of abandonment and emotional turmoil. Her early life was further complicated by a traumatic experience of sexual abuse at the age of 5, which deeply affected her psychological well-being. During her adolescence, Gia attended Abraham Lincoln High School in Philadelphia, where she found solace and camaraderie among a group of David Bowie enthusiasts. This group, known as the Bowie Kids, embraced an androgynous style and challenged conventional gender norms, aligning with Gia's own evolving sense of identity. Her affinity for Bowie's fashion and bisexuality resonated with Gia, who began to explore her own sexual orientation during this period. Discovery and rise to fame. At the age of 17, Gia was discovered by Sandra Serka in a Philadelphia nightclub, leading to her move to New York City to pursue a modeling career. She signed with Wilhelmina Models and quickly gained attention for her striking features, including high cheekbones and a sultry gaze. Her first major shoot, published in October 1978, was with renowned fashion photographer Chris von Wangenheim, marking the beginning of her ascent in the fashion world. Throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, Gia became a prominent figure in the fashion industry, gracing the covers of major publications such as Vogue, Cosmopolitan, and Harper's Bazaar. She worked with esteemed photographers like Richard Avedon, Francesco Scavullo, and Arthur Elgort, and became a muse for designers including Versace, Yves Saint Laurent, and Christian Dior. Her androgynous look and raw, emotive presence in front of the camera set her apart from other models of the time. Struggles with addiction. Despite her professional success, Gia's personal life was marred by substance abuse. The pressures of the modeling industry, coupled with unresolved emotional issues, led her to experiment with drugs. Her addiction escalated, and by the early 1980s it began to affect her work. She was known to have temper tantrums, walk out of photo shoots, and fall asleep in front of the camera due to her drug use. In one instance, during a shoot in the Caribbean, photographer Francesco Scavullo had to lay her down on a bed until she fell asleep after she became distraught over not being able to find her drugs. In November 1980, Gia left Wilhelmina Models and signed with Ford Models, but her career continued to decline. She was dropped by the agency within weeks, and her once promising future in modeling seemed uncertain. Despite attempts at rehabilitation, including a 21-day detox program in 1981, Gia's struggles with addiction persisted. Decline and final years. By the early 1980s, Gia's reputation in the fashion industry had deteriorated. She was arrested in March 1981 after a police chase and was found to be under the influence of alcohol and cocaine. Her relationships with friends and colleagues became strained, and she faced increasing isolation. In late 1981, she signed with Elite Model Management in an attempt to revive her career, but her drug use continued to hinder her progress. Her final photo shoot was for German mail-order clothing company Otto GmbH in Tunisia in 1982. She was sent home during the shoot for using heroin, marking a poignant end to her modeling career. Gia left New York for the final time in early 1983, retreating to Philadelphia and Atlantic City, where she lived with various lovers, friends, and family members. Death and aftermath. In December 1985, Gia was admitted to Warminster General Hospital in Pennsylvania with bilateral pneumonia. A few days later, she was diagnosed with AIDS-related complex, a precursor to full-blown AIDS. She had contracted the virus through shared needles during her heroin use. On October 18, 1986, Gia was hospitalized at Hahnemann University Hospital in Philadelphia, feeling weak. She died a month later on November 18, 1986, at the age of 26 from AIDS-related complications. Her funeral was held on November 23rd at a small funeral home in Philadelphia. No one from the fashion world attended, highlighting the industry's abandonment of her during her final years. Weeks later, photographer Francesco Scavullo, a close friend of Gia's, sent a mass card upon learning of her death. Legacy and cultural impact. Gia Karangi's life and career have left an indelible mark on the fashion industry and popular culture. She is often regarded as one of the first supermodels, paving the way for future generations of models. Her androgynous look and raw, emotive presence challenged traditional notions of beauty and femininity in the fashion world. Her struggles with addiction and untimely death brought attention to the darker side of the fashion industry and the pressures faced by young women in the pursuit of fame. In 1993, journalist Stephen Fried published a biography titled Thing of Beauty, which detailed Gia's life and career. The book was later adapted into an HBO biographical film, Gia, released in 1998. The film starred Angelina Jolie as Gia and earned her a Golden Globe Award and a Screen Actors Guild Award for her performance. News 3. Laverne Cox, a trailblazer in entertainment and advocacy. Early life and education. Laverne Cox was born on May 29, 1972, in Mobile, Alabama, to a single mother and raised within the AME Zion Church. She has an identical twin brother, M. Lamar, who portrayed the pre-transitioning Sophia as Marcus in Orange is the New Black. Cox's early life was marked by challenges, including bullying and a suicide attempt at the age of 11 due to struggles with her gender identity. Despite these hardships, she found solace in the arts, particularly dance and theater. She attended the Alabama School of Fine Arts in Birmingham, initially studying creative writing before switching to dance. After 2 years at Indiana University Bloomington, she transferred to Marymount Manhattan College in New York City, where she earned a B.A. in Fine Arts in Dance. During her time in New York, Cox transitioned from being gender non-conforming to embracing a more feminine identity. She also began to explore acting, participating in plays and student-directed films, which set the foundation for her future career in entertainment. Breakthrough in entertainment. Cox's entry into the entertainment industry began with reality television. She appeared as a contestant on the first season of I Want to Work for Diddy, which led to her being approached by VH1 to develop her own show. This resulted in Transform Me, a makeover television series that made Cox the first African-American transgender person to produce and star in her own TV show. Both I Want to Work for Diddy and Transform Me were nominated for GLAAD Media Awards for Outstanding Reality Program. In 2013, Cox gained widespread recognition for her role as Sophia Burset, a transgender woman incarcerated for credit card fraud, in the Netflix series Orange is the New Black. Her portrayal was groundbreaking, offering a nuanced and empathetic depiction of a transgender character. Cox's performance earned her several accolades, including a nomination for a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress in a comedy series in 2014, making her the first openly transgender person to be nominated for a Primetime Emmy. Activism and advocacy. Beyond her acting career, Cox has been a vocal advocate for transgender rights and visibility. She has used her platform to address issues such as the high rates of violence, bullying, and suicide among transgender individuals, as well as to advocate for their rights. In 2015, Cox won a Daytime Emmy Award in Outstanding Special Class Special as executive producer for Laverne Cox Presents The T Word, making her the first transgender woman to win a Daytime Emmy as an executive producer. The documentary focused on the lives of transgender youth and their families. Cox has also been involved in various campaigns and initiatives aimed at raising awareness and promoting acceptance of transgender individuals. She has spoken at numerous events and forums, sharing her personal experiences and advocating for policy changes to support the transgender community. Her efforts have earned her recognition and honors, including the Webby Award for Advocate of the Year in 2020. Fashion and media presence. In addition to her work in television and activism, Cox has made significant strides in the fashion industry. In 2019, she became the first transgender woman to appear on the cover of British Vogue, marking a historic moment in the representation of transgender individuals in mainstream media. That same year, she was featured in Taylor Swift's music video for You Need to Calm Down, further solidifying her presence in popular culture. Cox's fashion sense has also garnered attention, with her consistently stylish and bold choices making her a prominent figure in the fashion world. She has been recognized for her impeccable style and has served as an inspiration for many in the LGBTQ+ community. Recent projects and future endeavors. In recent years, Cox has continued to expand her horizons in the entertainment industry. In 2024, she competed in Season 12 of The Masked Singer as chess piece, showcasing her versatility and willingness to take on new challenges. She was eliminated on Barbie Night, but her participation highlighted her enduring popularity and appeal. Looking ahead, Cox is set to star in and co-create the upcoming series Clean Slate, where she will play the role of Desiree. The series is slated to premiere in 2025, and Cox's involvement as both a lead actress and executive producer reflects her growing influence in the entertainment industry. Legacy and impact. Laverne Cox's journey from a young bullied child in Alabama to a trailblazing actress and advocate for transgender rights is a testament to her resilience and determination. She has broken barriers in the entertainment industry, paving the way for greater representation of transgender individuals in media. Her work has not only entertained audiences, but has also sparked important conversations about gender identity, acceptance, and equality. Through her acting, activism, and public presence, Cox has become a symbol of empowerment for the transgender community and a powerful voice in the fight for social justice. Her impact extends beyond the screen, influencing cultural perceptions and contributing to a more inclusive and understanding society. I have tried to highlight some important issues on behalf of our channel. Please support me. I am ending today's video by inviting you to watch the next video. Goodbye.